Hi viewers, I am Dr. Kumar, Professor Electronics Communication Department. Today we are going to look into the title digital modulation techniques. So let us first look into the term modulation. Modulation is a process in which the characteristics of carrier wave is changed according to the amplitude of or instantaneous amplitude of modulating signal. There are two broad categories of modulation. One is analog modulation, another is a digital modulation. So first let us look into analog modulation techniques. Analog is very basic modulation in which we have three basic classifications. One is amplitude modulation, frequency modulation and phase modulation. So amplitude modulation in which the amplitude of the carrier is changed according to the amplitude of modulating signal, and in frequency modulation, frequency of the carrier is changed according to the amplitude of modulating signal, and similarly for phase modulation. So today the world fully in the domain of digital, so we look into the digital modulation techniques. So in this digital modulation, first we convert digital, we have digital raw data that is applied into a digital modulation, or in the vice versa analog modulation, that is in turn converted into analog signal. So we can't transmit signal as it is, that is digital as it is, but we convert that into analog, so that will be transmitted. So why we have to convert analog digital into analog? So we can transmit digital signal directly, but we cannot feed digital like ones and zeros directly to the antenna. We convert that to electrical signal. That is, digital is converted into electrical signal that is applied to the antenna. Antenna will in turn convert electrical signal to electromagnetic signal that will be transmitted. So digital signals can be transmitted easily at a baseband under limited conditions. So for wireless RF transmission, some form of modulation is required to shift the spectra. And here key concerns are bandwidth efficiency and implementation complexity. So these are affected by baseband, pulse shape and phase transition characteristics, and for envelope fluctuation. So these are the main things which affects the efficiency and the complexity of the digital modulation techniques. So this is just a diagram for signal corruption. So in which transmission medium, we know transmission media is which conveys information from one place to another place. So we have wired media and wireless media. So we know optical and twisted pair cable are the wired media, and we know air is a wireless media. So anyway, transmission media, it is mentioned commonly, input signal is a square pulse and output signal is a little bit distorted. So these distortions occurs due to the channel error. So the bandwidth is a major resource or the property of the medium. It is perfectly used. So since we are in the era of digital, so we have recent development in the digital domain, so VLSI, so it offers more bandwidth, so we enter into the digital domain. And the difference between highest and lowest frequency of the media, which is called a channel, which should be satisfactory passed. So let us look into this small problem. A signal has a spectrum with efficiency between 1000 Hz to 2000 Hz. There is a total bandwidth from upper bandwidth to lower bandwidth. It is 1000 Hz. A medium can pass frequencies from 3000 to 4000 Hz. A bandwidth of 1000, again bandwidth of 1000 Hz. Can the signal painfully pass through this medium? The answer is no, because it is from 1000 to 2000 original signal, but channel supports from 3000 to 4000. So definitely the signal cannot be passed, it is totally lost. So let us go through the low pass and band pass. So this is low pass channel. It means up to frequency upon F1 the signals will be allowed. So that is for digital. Where in the case of analog, we go for a bandwidth from F2 to F1, that is a band pass channel. So digital transmission needs low pass channel and analog transmission needs band pass channel. So what are the different types of digital to analog modulations? As we know that based on, signal is characterized into three parameters. One is amplitude and another is a frequency and the last one is a phase. So based on frequency, amplitude, it is amplitude shift keying in which turning a carrier on and off between two voltage levels. That is 0 and 1. If it is 0, one voltage level is followed. If it is 0, another voltage level is called. That is on-off keying. And another is FSK based on frequency. That is called frequency shift keying, in which it involves switching between two frequencies. When we transmit 0, we use a frequency F1 as a carrier. if you transmit 0, we use F2 is another carrier. That is shifting between two different frequencies called frequency shift keying, and for based on a phase, it is called phase shift keying, in which two phases, same carrier at frequency of 1, but phases are one is phi 1 and another is phi 2. So shifting phases between phi 1 to phi 2 is called phase shift keying. Another is a QAM, that is a quadration amplitude modulation. There is a combination of both ASK and PSK. So digital modulation, ASK, FSK, PSK. The combination of ASK and PSK is a quadration amplitude modulation. What is the difference between baud rate and bit rate? This is a very important terms, baud rate and bit rate. So bit rate is a number of bits per symbol, whereas baud rate is a number of symbols per second. So baud rate is less than or equal to bit rate. So let us see the terms bit and baud rate. So this is bit, and it's a di-bit, tri-bit and quad-bit. So analog signal carries 4 bits in each signal unit. If 1000 signal units are sent per second, find the baud rate and bit rate. So baud rate is 1000 watts per second, because it is given 4 signals, 4 bits, so 1000 into 4, it is 4000 watts per second, and bit rate is 1000 into 4, again it is 4000 bits per second. So bit rate of a signal is 3000. If each signal unit carries 6 bits, what is the baud rate? Of course, it is divided by 6, that's just 5000 watts per second. So let us describe amplitude shift keying. So as already told, it is shifting carriers from one amplitude to the another amplitude. For transmitting bit 0, we use carrier at different amplitude, and for bit 1 we use another carrier, same frequency but amplitude is different. That is amplitude shift keying. So this is for bit, this is just on-off keying. When we transmit one, we use a carrier. When we transmit, we use no carrier. It we call as a on-off key. S of t is equal to a cos 2 pi fct for binary symbol 1 and 0 for binary symbol 0. And this is FSK. Two different frequencies are shifted between one bit and to another bit. And this is carrier cos 2 pi f1t for binary bit 1 and cos 2 pi f2 for binary bit 0. So this is a waveform, and this is PSK. Two different phases for the same carrier is used. For transmitting bit 0, we use a 0 degree phase shift, and for transmitting bit 1, we use 180 degree out of phase signal. This is PSK. So this is pi, and here we have 2 pi fct plus pi for transmitting symbol 0. So there are different versions of digital modulation techniques, in which for frequency modulation used for advanced mobile phone systems, and MSK is used for GMSK. Nowadays GSM technology uses GMSK, and similarly different varieties of QPSK, OQPSK, Pi 4 PSK and MRA PSKs are used for wireless LANs. And considerations in choice of modulation schemes, whereas we have coherent reduction and non-coherent reduction. If phase is shared between transmitter and receiver, is called coherent, and if it is not, it is non-coherent system. So considerations in choice of modulation system, in which high spectral efficiency and high power efficiency, opposed to multipath effects, low cost and ease of implementation, and similarly low carrier to co-channel interference ratio, and low out of band radiation, constant and near constant envelope, constant and non-constant. So based on these we choose a modulation technique. Thank you.